people, but I never wanted to be the next anybody. I always wanted to be the first me. You know what I mean?
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.
Carlito, I want to go to you now. When you were with your father's promotion that I think you still go back to, right? When on occasion when you go back to work for your father, I noticed that you've captured the Universal Championship 17 times there and their World Championship once. Do you want to talk about that experience working for your father and his promotion?
Yeah, it was great, man. That's, I started out when I was about 19, maybe. Yeah. I worked there for about, let's say, 4 or 5 years before I went to WWE. Like I said, most of the stuff I learned was from there, and that's mainly where I got my style. So I was happy to be able to get to WWE and kind of be a little different from everybody else. And which my main goal was also, as being second generation, you're always seen as whoever came before you, be it if you had an uncle or a mom or a father or something, they'd always see that person. So I wanted to make sure that I was as far apart from what my dad was, right. just to be my own thing. And like you said, people I looked up to. Yeah, I looked up to certain people, but I never wanted to be the next anybody. I always wanted to be the first me. You know what I mean? That's stuff I like, but I always wanted to make sure that I do my own, do my own thing.
And from a fan's perspective, you definitely were very, very unique, especially on display at the Royal Rumble. Everyone, that ovation, albeit the Thunderdome, still everyone was very happy to see you back. I'd love to know, when you go back to your father's promotion, are you treated now as a veteran after all your years of experience in the business, or still not so much because your father is still there?
No, yeah, man. Time went by. Yeah, everywhere I go now, I'm the veteran. It's funny to go from the different stages to now be one of those guys trying to give advice to the younger guys, especially the ones about telling them not to flip around or jump around so much to protect their bodies, which I understand. It's going to go, it's going to go in one ear out the other, because when I was that age, it's the same thing. I just think, oh, you old timer, you can't do this flip off the top, this triple corkscrew. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous. And then, of course, once you realize it's too late, like, oh my God, I see what he was saying now. Now that I can't walk. But it's just the way it goes.
Right. Of course. So stunt, Carlito was just mentioning his style. I want to hear about your style now. What could someone come to expect from watching a stunt martial match?
I'm pretty much a showman. Like, I'm more theatrics than wrestling, if that makes sense. But don't get me wrong, I can still roll around, grapple and everything, but like, I'm doing more for myself and my body by being, a character or, a gimmick. My gimmick, you ever watch Chappelle's Show?
Yeah, of course. I love that show.
Pretty much, I'm one of the player haters. That's pretty much my gimmick. It's just, I just hate everything, just hating on everyone and everything, even if it's bad or good. And I bring that character to the ring, like just showing my raw emotion to fans, like or hate. And you can see a bit of a little bit of brawling or certain types of moves, but it's really just a showman. That's all I am. But I don't do any high risk stuff though. I am not a high flyer. The most you'll get out of me is a headbutt, and that's standing.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.